I'm Peleus, and welcome to day 1 of 30 of being vulnerable every day until my high school graduation. Let's get started. I am scared of my potential. I'm scared of my ability to grow in the future as a person, as an academic weapon, and as someone who can be a friend to other people. I like to think that I have a lot of friends and I'm really smart, but the reality is that I don't push myself enough to actually have those things. I don't have a lot of close friends. I don't have a lot of smarts. I don't have a lot of brain cells, apparently, because of the wording I just used. But I am scared that I won't have any potential and that I'll live the rest of my life without doing anything with it. I think that's a common thought a lot of people nowadays have. A lot of kids nowadays have. You see these YouTube videos with titles like, I'm 17 and I've done nothing with my life. Okay, but you're only 17. That type of mindset shouldn't occur to you until you're about 50. But the problem with today's social climate is that children are being forced to actually think. I mean, and it's not bad that they're thinking. I'm just saying that it's putting so much social pressure on kids to become the next Jeff Bezos by the time they're 18 that a lot of kids just stop trying. And I think that has been the case, especially for me, ever since middle school. Let's consider this a timeline of my life. And you can see a very big chunk is COVID. Well, it's technically a pretty small chunk, like only about this much, but the effects that COVID-19 had on my entire life, my social, my academic, my personal, have been far reaching and spanning. Before COVID, I was pretty social. I remember hanging out with the other kids in the classroom in the 6th grade and like, I don't know, just being a what I would call a person. But then, bam, COVID, right? So we were all forced into our homes, and then I just stopped reaching out to people. I don't know whether it was out of laziness or lack of interest, or I just didn't like people, or I don't even know if I do like people, let's be honest, but I just stopped doing anything. I picked up Russian from Duolingo for a little bit before I quit, but that is besides the point. Then I went to 8th grade and then started high school. Now, in this time during COVID, I had basically secluded myself from the entire rest of the world. In 8th grade, when people tried to talk to me, I didn't really feel that they actually cared about me because I hadn't had anybody look like they cared about me for a long time. And that's not to say that my family didn't care about me. Like, my family did care about me. I guess I just thought too much of myself at the time to really think about the care that my family had been giving me. And I think it was in the 10th grade when I'm in the marching band, or I was in the marching band, and it was in the 10th grade, and one of the seniors was like going down the line of people, and then they came up to me and said, "You're Nathan, right?" And then that feeling of the senior not knowing my name was really bizarre because I thought everybody knew my name. I was freaking like a hot shot, bro, in my own mind, and it was so jarring to see someone who didn't know me. I think it was in that moment that I realized that I wasn't all that I had thought of myself up to be. And as I went into junior year, when I had to start taking the SATs, I was really contemplating what my life had been up to that point, up to this point, my entire life. Back in elementary school, or back in like early elementary school, I used to do a lot of sports like soccer, baseball. I think No, yeah, just soccer and baseball. And I had quit due to a family illness at the time. And then during COVID, I just cut off everything. And I kept that going until that point. And then during that transition from 10th to 11th grade, I started really wondering what my life had become and where it would go in the future. And so I started doing stuff. It was in the fall of 2024 that I started an Instagram page on pictures of the skies above my school. And I think it was, I don't know, I wouldn't really consider this a game-changing moment. You know, it was just uploading pictures. But seeing the reach that I had started to gather, especially as more and more kids started sending their own photos in. Oh, sorry, I'm drawing little windows here. In to the account, I started seeing what kind of reach I truly could have as an anonymous person posting freaking pictures of the sky on Instagram. And it was moments like that slowly throughout the course of these past 2 years that have made me realize I am greater than just what people see me as. Throughout high school, I've taken several APs, not a lot. I've taken 7, but I have taken enough to the point where people would look at me and say, "Hey, that guy's kind of smart. We should ask him to help with our homework," or something like that. You know, just as an example. But I haven't really gotten to the point where people would see me as, "Oh, that I can rely on that guy." And I think that's one of the biggest things I'm scared of right now, is I know that I can do so much, that I can put so much work and create so much results that I can change the people around me, but I just don't do it. It's scary to think about it. When I'm not blasting music in my head over and over or watching YouTube or doom scrolling, I think about these things and it really freaks me out. I think that's a part of the reason why I started this channel, because I wanted some place to vent my feelings. I don't really have a ton of friends that I can talk to, like on text or on calls. So I just started this to start venting. And I swear, if my iPhone storage freaking runs out, I'm gonna kill someone. I don't want to be that guy who, in 20 years, people look back at and say, "Hey, that guy was really smart. I can't believe he just wasted his life like that." I so don't want to be that guy. First of all, that would be so embarrassing, but oh my goodness, I would actually, oh my gosh. Dude, so, okay, sorry to break like the professional tone, but geez Louise, I would actually like hang myself if that happened to me. Alright, I'm sorry for that. And I know I only use the Instagram page as a reference, but I have gotten a 1580 on the SAT, which I then used as credibility to make an SAT study group with over 20 kids, and I volunteered and worked for my church for over 120 hours each year for 4 years. So if that adds a little bit of credibility to what I'm saying, then so be it. I don't know why I said so be it. I meant something along the lines of so there. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to make a change. I don't know what that change is going to be yet, but I'm going to do something with my life. And I swear, if my phone storage runs out before I write this, I'm gonna kill someone. Okay, I also have a series going on my channel where I say one thing I'm grateful for each day, and today I'm grateful for paper. I will see you on day 2. Peace.